Yo, what's good, people? How y'all doing? Hopefully well. Hopefully you're feeling some inspiration. Getting your week off. Started off the right way, rather. See if I can speak clearly today. It's a Monday. Is that a purple taco? Heidi, that is a happy purple taco. What's up, Zeep? Nanowires. Paul, it's sunny in Maryland today. It is cold, gray. It's like a marbled gray out there today. A little chilly. It'll probably burn off. What's up, Ocean? I mean, Crayon Brain. Saf, welcome back, dude. How you doing? Been playing with fire? And even more seriously, have been working on that portfolio? Heidi, how you doing today? Paul's saying we all hope we all had a good, fun music weekend. Shows here all weekend long. Man, I feel like we're on the verge of a massive bubble up with music. I think as soon as a few more people have their vaccine jabs done, we're just gonna start seeing places packed. I have a feeling. Oh, hey! Ben got a job. Dude, give us some details if you want to. We'll just stoke you. Oh, hey! Sed is in the house. Sed, welcome back, dude. Happy Monday to you. How the hell are you? You doing okay? Staying safe, healthy, inspired, all that stuff? Where are you? I got questions. Missed you, dude. Even a short parking lot jam with my collaborator, Joseph. Nice, Paul. Very awesome. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. You're staying busy over there. Zev's here. Hey, dude. How are you, Will? I woke up wondering this morning if you were on the road or not today. Dusted off the DX200 to jam. Nice, dude. Ooh, 80 degrees already and sunny in Colorado. Man, no, it's probably like 50 or something here. Yeah, it's cold. Still moist from yesterday. I don't think it's actually rained today, but it rained over the weekend here, so. Twitch channel with tacos. Seriously though, we could do that. We could do that. Tacos and burritos are some of the most flexible things ever, right? I mean, seriously, we could have a cooking show on here with nonstop tacos and people would tune in 24/7, I guarantee it. We could be eating tacos, making tacos, comparing recipes, saying my taco is better than your taco. And then again, eating taco. I mean, watching people eat tacos, especially like crunchy, hard shell tacos, it's hilarious, right? It's great. Wouldn't that be awesome just to have a variety show where like the main purpose is to get various famous people on the show just to watch them eat tacos and like make a mess of themselves? Oh, that'd be freaking great. Oh, that'd be awesome. Saw Immersive this weekend and it was lit. Nice, dude. Nice. Said is great. Oh, that's good to hear, dude. That makes me happy. And Rick is here. What's up, Zaris? How are you, man? Happy Monday to you. How are things across the pond? Selling cars. Got a job on the #1 volume dealership in Pittsburgh. Dude, Ben, good for you, dude. Good for you. Don't give up on music. Will saying I'm great. Got my hands on a Behringer TD3. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dude. Gear with acid music is just the best, isn't it? Oh, man. Back in California starting Friday. Okay, cool. Are we jamming today? Got a question. We throw tacos and gamble with them. Like, come on, baby. Oh. Oh, hey, said, nice, dude. Releasing stuff. I bet you are feeling great. Oh, yeah, we got to catch up. Ben. Celebs eating hot wings. Yeah, we don't need to hurt anyone. Just watching people be all, self-conscious while their taco is crumbling in the middle of their face. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Awesome. I get to jam later. That's awesome. Nice, Ben. I hope it works out for you, dude. Oh man, Paul, that sucks. If you move to Portland, you actually have to, like, as you're walking down the street, you actually have to say, excuse me, can you move? And move the taco carts out of the way as you move. There's a lot. Hey, Cram Brain started 2 to 3 track collabs last weekend. That's Ocean, by the way. If you guys haven't been keeping up, that's Ocean, UFO Ocean. Back in the saddle. Oh, good. Ben, I am glad to hear it. And yes, of course, I'll do a feedback for you. I'm glad to hear that you have not given up. Has there been any good news on the recovery front for your hard drive? I've been thinking about you, dude. Sometimes at the oddest of moments, and I think, oh man, why is this guy in my head right now? Seriously? Um, just kidding. Oh no! I was actually laughing at Ocean. I'm in his top 3. All right, so I'm sure you guys are playing with the found sounds and making some fun stuff with them, and I've been doing that in the streams. I figured we can probably still do that today, but in a slightly different way, because I woke up this morning feeling like, oh, I've got all of these products that I need to get out. I need to look through all these folders and start sorting out some sounds for giveaways and prizes and stuff like that. And I've got all of this busy work that I know, like, it's quantifiable. There's, like, it's very tangible, right? And it's important because, people expect things and work. And then there's the freaking musician in me that's just like, I kind of just want to play and make something new. So I kind of want to play and make something new, but I'll sprinkle in some of the found sounds to make it, like I'm actually kind of staying on track. So, and you guys can play with me. Right. All right. So this one, this one's from Ben. Let's see here. So I click on it and it took me somewhere else, huh? That doesn't make any sense. Dude. Hold on a second. Obviously the link started to do something. Where is it? There it is. Still missing it. Where the hell is this window? And why is it not coming up? I can't select this window. This sounds good, Ben. Can't find it on my screen. Shout out to Polly. What's up, Polly? All right, dude. So I think you've probably heard feedback like this from me before over the years. You needed to step away, dude. I'm sorry you lost a bunch of stuff, and it really sucks. I hope that at some point you're able to recover some of those files, even though you've kind of given up. But when you came back, like this just sounds so you're in it. You're in it, and it feels good. It sounds good. It's huge. I really don't have a lot of gripes here, dude. There are a few of the sounds, the pluckier sounds that on the sides they sound just a little bit thick in the mids. The whole thing might be just a touch loud. I'm not sure where you are in the like mix master process, but if this hasn't been mastered yet, I would back off the loudness right now, um, and get those luffs down a bit. Um, so you can bring it back up for the master. I don't know, dude. This thing sounds pretty good as it is. Um, seriously, I don't even think I'm gonna pick anything apart on this one. I'm glad that you're freaking creating again. That bass line's dope. There are so many different things in this mix where less is more, and I'm just kind of feeling proud of you right now. That's all. It's a good one, man. This one hits. I have no idea what these guys are saying. Man, what was up with the browser there for a minute, huh? Man, it's so weird, right? That's what I get for using Safari on a stream, huh? Saf is about ready for another EP. That's exciting. Yeah, I'm agreeing with Zev on this one. The bass line is good. The song, the like vibe is pretty cool. Polly, thank you so much for the sub. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. Happy Monday. How are you? And yeah, we can do some feedback for you too. Hmm. Oh man, a lion hunting cheetahs. Yeah, dude, this is totally a lion hype song, right? It is so hype. Still in production phase, but it's master. Okay, cool. Yeah, dude, I think put the D&B bass and the mid tempo drop. No, I think it sounds good. I think it sounds good. Like there's some interesting choices in the arrangement, which I appreciate, but more than anything, I'm digging the sound. I'm just digging the sound, and you can just feel it through the music that you were in it, and that's good. Polly's up. Okay, so very first thing I like to say is, dude, clarity. You are becoming, all of your stuff is becoming so much more clear. I can hear everything in the mix, and I can hear it as you intended for it to be heard. And that is one of the first time through one of your tracks um, that's been there, like so concretely. So big ups. This is good. It's been a really nice steady rate of growth for you, and I hope you're feeling it because I'm hearing it. So I think that your ARPS sample, that's just kind of sitting back there, kind of tucked away. It's really nice and tucked away there, but I also kind of feel like, um, you chose this picture for a reason. I feel like that thing can kind of come up and move around even more. Like you've got some nice stuff on it, but I think that it's kind of the highlight. And I think that every once in a while, and maybe it's this picture kind of influencing my thinking here, um, but I think that every once in a while you can have like just a little burst of like a delay that kind of goes out and echoes out somewhere. Not of that one sound, but maybe the entire mix. And just kind of play a little bit more freely. Now that you have like a whole spectrum of frequencies that you're actually hearing clarity from in each little pocket, you can start to work with spatial arranging a bit more, right? Now that you've got the frequencies under control, you can start playing with the other big spectrum, which is stereo space. And I think that if you bring up that sample here and there, disclose some more of the high frequencies, make it move over to the left and hover there for a little while or whatever, there's really nothing else to take attention away from that. And this riff can become kind of monotonous over time. So if there's this little object that's moving around, um, it'll keep the interest. I would play with that. I would play with that. I think it could definitely teach you some stuff about spatial mixing as well. Javar is in the house. Welcome back, dude. Happy Monday. Started it yesterday. Nice. Yeah, I agree with Paul on that. It's got a solid structure. Andremia, welcome back, dude. How are you? Nice. Nice. Yeah, Benny, sure. You can send another one through. I'm totally cool with it. All right, so in regards to starting something new, so I need to knock out a few more big libraries this year, and one of them is supposed to be kind of this lush and lovely, kind of meditative and uh, it's kind of like immersive, long form movements, um, kind of heavy on the overtones, right? Anyway, um, so I figured that I would start in on that. Oh, of course, I'm going to take the time to ask, Andremia. You take the time to show up here and hang out with us all the time. I'm glad you're doing well. So yeah, anyway, I thought that I would maybe just kind of start on the basic side of things, some serum or whatever, and then kind of slowly drift over the next couple of weeks, kind of slowly drift towards the weirder side of things. Maybe we can dip into some strobe and we can dip into some oddities inside of reaktor. Maybe we could bust out a couple more rattly and raw goodies. Um, but I think that this project will have a lot of little interesting sounds flowing through it. So if you would like to contribute in any way, or just challenge me to see if we can change something that's like really wacky and wild into something lush and lovely, then you feel free to send it on through. And yeah, I guess my apologies in advance if I put you to sleep at all or put you into some sort of hypnotic state over the next few weeks while we build this thing. And let's start by putting maybe some of these found sounds into Serum as a wavetable. Oh man, we've still got to talk a little bit more about our Serum workshop. Next time Fa steps into the room, maybe we'll hammer out the rest of the details and get this thing up on the calendar. Okay, so let's do a little Serum. Ooh, nice, dude. You guys, there's a link from Paul. A little jammy. He and his new collab buddy cooking up something tasty. All right, so let's just see what happens when we just bring one of these in. All right, so found sounds for beat makers. We can make anything lush and lovely. This second glass one is kind of appealing to me, going back to it, because there's two very distinct separate parts to it, and that might be kind of fun to play with modulation-wise. Let's do... do a pitch follow on this one, maybe? Just to see what it's like. Oh, there's some interesting stuff in here. Ooh. All right, anyway, back to work here. Let's slow this thing down a little bit. Ooh, interesting. I was not expecting a lush and lovely library to start with something so interesting. Damien is here with a party of 33. Welcome, everyone. Hey. How's everyone doing? I was just mentioning that I'm about to start work on a brand new library of sounds. This one's going to be lush and lovely. So kind of the opposite of the kind of dark, dank, weird, mysterious, gritty tension of the last month with the big cinematic library that we just wrapped. And I thought that I would kind of incorporate some of the free sounds this month, the free sounds for beat makers. Yeah, and just kind of see where it takes us. And I just tossed... My mic is quiet. Last time you guys rated, something happened. What the heck is going on here? Seriously? Is it quiet or is it out? It seems okay to me. Oh, okay, good. I was going to say, wait a minute, hold on 1 second. What is going on with the raids from Damien and playing with my audio? Oh. Usernames, welcome. Blackberry Jams, thank you for being here. And Damien, thank you so much for always coming over and playing. Cardio, welcome. Are we lucky enough to have both Liv and Anthony here in the same room at the same time today? Guy, welcome back. Ooh, Kijasmata? Mata? I'm not sure. I don't want to slaughter this name. You want to give me a hand with this one? Okay, good. Oh, good. Cardio party. You had me thinking for a moment that something was weird again. Chiasmata. Oh, wait, have we had this conversation before? That seems very familiar. Oh, man. The stream is muted on your browser. Why would that be? All right, so we've got this really interesting thing, and I'm actually kind of considering just using this. Maybe slowly scan through this on a like a 4-bar. No, even more. 8-bar. Yeah, let's morph this a bit. Let's just do like a basic spectral here on this one. And let's mix this with just like a basic sine for now. And let's turn this up a bit. And let's also drop this. And let's also just toss a little bit of noise in. Let's just grab one of my maybe kind of filtered ones, maybe. We'll play with that. Maybe we'll play with that right now. All right, and maybe we'll just get this whole thing through what, like maybe a basic band right now, a loose one. Just to kind of start to wrangle things in a bit. And let's Hurling Pixels, thank you so much. I'm just going to go straight into the really big lush thing, and then we'll come back. We'll work on some details. And Benny, I haven't forgotten about you. If you've got a second link to toss up, go for it. So this pack cannot be all like just lush harmonic type stuff. There's got to be some lush noise in here too. All right, let's rough this up a bit. Let's put this distortion after our verb here. Let's move these things up. All right, let's go create a little wave really quick and borrow it from this thing. Let's find a little spot. I need something that's going to be a little kind of busy. We'll slow it way down, I think. Maybe something like this. I just don't want to draw it. So I'm just going to grab this. And we'll say wavetable A to LFO here. And then I'm just going to grab this and say, we'll just call this like a busy basic or something. Okay, so now that we've got that, we'll go back down here to our regular position. And then over here, maybe right in the middle, we'll just take this LFO. I'll toss this right onto our frequency. Let's make this a bipolar. And we'll leave this completely untethered from everything. Really low, slow. And let's just grab all of these. We'll bring these up just a little bit more. And then let's just grab all of these. I'll bring these down a bit. And then let's just bring this out. And let's also just grab everything and let's just curve all of these a bit. Cool. There we go. Now it's smooth. It's got a bit more of like the didgeridoo kind of thing if we put the distortion up front. So let's do that. And then let's add a little compression after the whole thing and get that reverb kind of pulled back into the center. All right, let's put in some interesting little clicks and stuff here, huh? Shall we? Like drop this, what, down 4, set this onto a pulse or something. Yeah, that's cool. And let's put this cutoff up just a touch more. Yeah, okay, let's get all of these in here and see what happens. Let's key sync this. And maybe we'll key sync this noise and drop this down a bit. There we go. Maybe we'll get a little FM going. All right, so that's got to be on a, how low can we go? 32 bars? How about 16? We'll put that on a 16 bar. And we should trigger that. And that's going to creep up out of nowhere. Let's just do something like this. Let's put this whole thing inside of a filter. And in this filter, now, some of you producing on the future side of things might totally get this already, but when you're wanting to make something really, really rich and interesting and also really, really filtered, you kind of struggle with like, how do you make it really interesting? And you just kind of go crazy up top, and then you just carve away a bunch of those frequencies from up top. So the feeling, the impact of them is still there in the rest of the waveform, but you don't have those dominant high energy frequencies running away with the show. Zeep, I just saw your question. Yes, you can key track it. It's just that you're going to use the note modulation controller rather than the simple key tracking button. Key tracking button is going to give you key tracking on either the noise or the filter modules, but it's going to be moving up in a linear incremental path from wherever the knob is set. And it's going to be using the default spacing of your MIDI keyboard, basically. Where when you're using the note modulation controller, you can actually dial in specifically what you want. And then this right here is an adjustable matrix here. So you can draw in your own custom key mapping shape, if you will. So if you wanted to move with key tracking on something like this, you might not want to go up completely, but you want to get a little more brightness up top and a little darker down below. Keep your warmth. Like that. And then it just feels so rich and nice. Let's give this thing a little release, a little attack. Oh, yeah, sorry. I forget, I have such a big screen. And when I'm looking at my screen, everything is pretty big. I forget that there's a myriad devices out there that you guys are viewing on. I try to size up the plugins whenever I can. All right, let's get this spin up just a bit here. Let's do the right thing. Let's save this project. And I think today what I'd like to do is stay as productive as possible and maybe just focus on the generation of patches that I can use as both sandbox generators and eventually just develop into little bonus products for people that pick up this library. All right, so we'll call this one Lush and Lovely Start Serum. So it'll all start on this stream today. Oh, and before we depart from this one, I would like to let's just quickly do this. Let's say delay and reverb, and just put these back up around abouts where they were. We'll just call this effects for now. Give myself a fair shake at these sounds. Let's turn off this filter and the sub and the noise. There we go. All right, let's bring all that stuff back. Yeah, you can set your zoom parameters in your accessibility settings in your preferences. Thank you, Will. All right, cool. So let's give this one a name and boom on to the next, huh? Not sure what we're going to call this one, so we'll just call this Lush and Lovely for right now. Loosh! Loosh! I never stick with the name that I start with, really. But it helps me keep my focus while I'm working on these. I look up and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Got to get this back to Lush and Lovely. All right, so this is going to have to be, I think probably just from the beginning. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to put this one into a new folder for Ghost Hack, and we'll call this Lush and Lovely as an overarching project. And then in there, we'll call this just like a day one sign plus glass. And that was from our found sounds. Cool. Next. Initialize preset. And let's grab another one. Let's grab another sound straight out of here. That glass one was pretty fun. A lighter might be fun. Oh yeah, we used toy blocks last week, right? Maybe one of these textures this time. Super, super tiny sound. Let's see what happens. And let's bring this in as maybe just a constant frame rate since it's so quiet. Nope. Gonna need more. Just too quiet, maybe. Okay, that one's too quiet. Or too minimal, I should say, not quiet. Let's do a lighter. Why not? Yeah, that's cool. All right, let's process this a bit, shall we? Let's try. We'll try blurring first. let's bring let's start with the sine again for now. And let's do a ring mod. Bring this way down. All right, let's get this thing into something maybe like a comb. Serum's pretty fun, isn't it, username? We haven't even started tweaking this thing yet. There's so many things hidden inside of this beast. Little bit crusher right there at the end of it all. That lighter, that lighter in there starts to sound like some kind of like alien creature in a soundscape or something. Winashini, are you asking for some feedback? We could do some feedback. MM Audio is in the house. How are you, brother? Hey, I got a question for you. Are you considering throwing down for this monthly challenge? Because you should. I think of you from time to time, and I think that the people here in this community would get a kick out of getting to know you. And the winner of this month's thing, each month's thing probably, is going to be a little guest spot on the show. I think you'd slay. Oh, Guy, the challenge. All monthly subscribers get a free sound pack each month. You head over to the Discord, you grab it, you make whatever you're inspired to make with it. A sound, a trailer, a song, rescoring a video game scene, whatever. Send it back in, and at the end of the month, we're going to listen to everything. And we're going to pick one as the one where we're all just kind of like, wait, how did they arrive at this? What? And then we're going to get them on the show. And we'll talk to them about that and some other stuff. But mostly, honestly, dude, this is just an excuse for us to get to know each other face to face as real people and actually start engaging with one another. I love being here with you guys and like talking through chat and stuff. But seriously, you know, you spend this much time together and your family. Let's be real about it. So, and I would love to give y'all a platform to, you know, have some sounds heard and your stories heard and, you know, meet your cats, whatever. So if you're not subbed, hit the sub button. Somebody get someone a sub if they're struggling and they can't get a sub. We'll get you a sub. Run over, grab the free sounds. It's a no-brainer each month because sound packs, I mean, they're ridiculously cheap already, but they're normally $10. So you get yourself some free sounds. You support the community. And then there's little goodies that are kicked down to those who participate. So you always end up walking away with a bit more than you initially expect, which I think is a good thing for a community. So. Yeah, I like the little critter over here. Not so much a big fan of this specific sound. I think I'll move on. And this one's going to go into that same folder. We'll definitely come back and make some atmospheres out of this. This will probably be good a couple octaves up. What would happen? What would happen? Let's just play it really quick here. What would happen? Takes it pretty far down there. We'll come back and we'll play with it. All right, so this one's going to be in the Lush and Lovely, and we'll just call this one day 1. And this one is a sine plus lighter. And this was from the Found Sounds. Disco. All right, on to the next. Let's do one without any Found Sounds in it for a sec. See what we can come up with here. Perfect. We're moving on. Yeah. So yeah, anybody who wants to have a chance to be on the show, get free sounds, whatever, grab them. If you're struggling to find the sounds on the Discord, it might be that you are not using the same username or email as you do here on Twitch, over there on Discord. And if that is the case, just send me a note and I'll get you in there. We'll get it sorted. Are the sound packs like Serum presets or samples? I use Massive and was just wondering if I could still use them. Yeah, no. The sounds that we give away each month are always samples, so they are universally relevant to everyone. And there are, from time to time, synth presets tossed in there, but I vary them. But they are not the free sounds each month, not the main free sounds. They're just extra kickdowns, really. Sometimes when I'm making a new library for one of these big labels or something, I will oftentimes kind of trim the fat, if you will, and the trimmings will end up coming to the community. But more than anything, you'll end up seeing sounds in there that are derivative of sounds that community members have actually sent in. If you want to submit sounds and have them added to the community library, just send them on through to holler@ohmlab.tv. If you're looking for sounds to download from the community, just command sounds. You can hit the drive there. We update that periodically. And you're always welcome to just send in sounds on a whim and challenge me in a stream and just ask me to use whatever. We've come up with some really fun results as a community, from angry squirrels to... What was it that ended up in the big cinematic library that I just delivered? Oh, it was Saf at work. He broke something. He broke a piece of glass at work, and it scared one of his coworkers, and they screamed. And that little exchange ended up in a few different sounds in that massive cinematic library. Oh yeah, crazy donkey, squirrel of doom. Oh man. Where is this link? Winishini, are you still here? I do not see them in the chat here. If they pop back in, we'll scroll back up and click. Let's do a couple of basics. Let's do a couple of basic waves, huh? Basic MG versus basic mini, maybe. Punksu, thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. All right, let's just pick two. Sapphire workmate scream. It's the new Wilhelm. Oh, Punksu, thank you so much for the follow and the sub. I do appreciate it. All right, let's go in and let's just kill all the other wavetables in this one except for these two. Let's just take this one out and let's take this one out. And then we'll just morph between them. And let's warp this thing. And let's do a before we settle on something in this oscillator here. Let's just kill this and find something interesting, like maybe like a mirror kind of shape. Maybe something like this. Let's take this down. We'll say A to LFO. Oh, it's not taking the warp. Hold on a second. What do I need to do here? I need to say render OC warp. There we go. Now let's take and there it is. All right, let's save that. And we'll just call this MG mirror for now. And then let's just go back to our basic MG. Basic. There you are. And there's our sound that we were after. And let's go ahead and take that sound or that shape back over here now. We're going to take this basic mini that we made, and we're going to remap that. And in that, we're going to load up that shape that we just put in there. Let's see what that sounds like as we cycle through both. We don't need this anymore, so let's just set this back. We'll set this to a bar really quick and scan through these together simultaneously. Yeah, anybody not finding the sound pack, just holler. Try and get something into us by the end of the month, and we'll listen to it. And if we think that we've just got to know some answers to some questions, then you might be the one we pick this month. And if not, then you'll probably just get some awesome new sounds to play with or something. We'll see. This one should maybe start up just a little bit, maybe. Yeah, and we'll just ease into that. All right, so there's some movement there. Let's get this other oscillator back in. Let's go up. And let's detune these. This one can go up. This one go down. Get some tension in here. That's decent. Send this thing through something. Let's go with a band. Let's go with maybe a distortion comb band. Let's do a little modulation on this. Kind of Star Trek-ish right now. All right, let's see what we can find that's a little different. Some tuba. All right, let's get into a little noise here. I think what we're going to need maybe a little rounded awesome. And we'll put that in a little remap over here. Something like that. All right, let's find this is a 2-bar. Let's do like maybe a 4-bar on this. We're just going to peekaboo the mix here. Just a little bit. Charcal, yes, I do. I do provide mastering as a service. Others can attest to what they get if you want to ask around in chat. Yeah, OhmLab does have massive presets for sale as well. Thank you, Paul. Punksu is asking, is sound pack in the subscriber reward channel at Discord the one for the monthly challenge? Yep. Feels indigo. Thymus, huh? We hit a different body part each session, it seems like. Charcal, if you want to learn more about the mastering stuff, just go ahead and send an email through and we can start a conversation. If you want to send along some of your music as a point of reference of like where you are in your musical journey, the type of stuff that you're looking to get mastered. And then another thing, just proactively, you can also send along links to other artists if you're kind of producing in the style of, or if you're trying to attain a certain type of aesthetic or mood or feel to your type of stuff. It's good to know these things going in right from the start. And just so you know, turnaround time right now is a little bit slow. Anyone looking to book private sessions with me is at least 2 weeks out right now. Masters are right around the same. Just so you know. Username, thanks for stopping by. It's good having you here, man. Sushi Monsters, is this presets day? Yeah, I guess kind of it is. I'm knocking out just some super general bare bones sandbox patches. I'm about to start a new library, so I'm gonna kind of stretch out a little bit today with y'all. Ooh, okay. Paul is looking for some new voice packs soon. Nice. Okay. Pongsu is asking, do you have a specific kind of sound you're going for here? Yeah, so basically, I am in the business of producing sound packs. And they're sound packs and libraries. So, like big cinematic libraries or sampled instruments or whatever. And then there's also these small, kind of bite size, like 50 minimum sounds, but just price wise, very, very small. Presets, sample packs, MIDI packs, stuff like that. Um, and I don't do too much in the middle anymore. I used to do just kind of everything across the board for the general public. Um, but you know, with everything else, with all the other plates spinning, in recent years, I've decided just to do these small kind of curated packs, these highly, highly specific packs, and then these massive libraries still. So right now, I've just finished working on a really kind of dark and cinematic atmospheres and textures pack full of tension and darkness. So this next upcoming one is all about lush and lovely, almost kind of meditative vibe throughout. But there's going to be a fair bit of atmospheres, soundscapes, pads, stuff like that. And it will absolutely teeter on the edge of cinematic. So there's going to be a brilliant crossover for people making music, scoring film or television or video games. It should be kind of universally applicable to folks. And I will use a smattering of tools to make these sounds as per usual. Your thymus must be lush. Not currently, no. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, you guys. And I'll come back here and I'll flesh out all of these macros and kind of deep program each one of these, and then I'll spin out some loops and stems out of each one of these, and then the ones that kind of make the cut will be fully fleshed out into presets that will be shipped with the entire library as a bonus. That's the usual anyway. I'm gonna peekaboo the saturation every once in a while. And we can do it on the long. Let's do like a little, at least a 2-bar. You know what? Let's get into the dotted measures here. Let's get like a 3-bar. And let's sync this one. Maybe not quite as much. Ooh, or maybe as much, but just more depth. Yeah, something like that. Starting to get that cinematic kind of feels. Getting there, getting there. Let's just take, that was on the 3-bar, the flutter's on a 16th, so let's take, and on a 32nd note, let's put a tiny little mod on our gain here. Give this thing a little flutter. It's electric. I need a pack of ambience of McDonald's and all the other fast food chains. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't that be something? Hey guys, I'm here to record the sounds for Corp. You think they'd just let me in? If I had a clipboard and a little like safety vest. Just be like, hey guys, I'm here to record the sounds. Let's go from one fast food joint to the next. Someone's like slurping a milkshake. I'm like leaning in with a boom mic right over them, like. Fryers beeping in the background. Disgruntled people at the drive-thru. It'd be hilarious. Yes. Yes. All right, let's get back to this very first filter here. Well, there's our evolution for the sound right there. It's just basically a full spectrum sweep here. Let's just take this down to like a 16 bar, make it nice and smooth. And let's trigger this. Thing's starting to look like a drunken manta ray over here. Or maybe stoned or something. He's just moving a little slow. I don't want to go up that high. There we go. Now we're starting to get into some cool little discoveries in there. What else can we do on this high? This is a 32nd right now. Let's toss this up here on our high and get into our matrix. And tap that down a bit. Oh, geez. There we go. A little shimmer. Yeah, exactly, Andremia. Like, yeah, corporate sent me. I'm here to get the sounds. People would be like, wait, what? I don't want you getting too close to my clipboard. Germs. Got a mask on, a couple of mics, clipboard, little vest with a name tag. I'd be in, right? Oh, man. Too much salt, not enough salt. Oh, yeah. Yeah, haven't had it for a very long time. The sound of future heart attacks. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Call the pack future heart science or something. It would sell. I'll take 10. All right, yeah, so this one's pretty weird. And this one has no found sounds in it. Let's go ahead and hit save on this bad boy. And this is going to be, we'll call this one, we'll put this into the Lush and Lovely directory. We'll call this day one. And this one is, oh, that's right. This was the MG versus Mini. And this one's got a little, this one's got a little sci-fi in it. All right. On to the next. These are the days when you end up with like 80 new presets. All right, this one's starting off with this sign. And the second one, let's just toss in one of my, maybe like a fluffernutter or a clairvoyant would be good in here. let's kill that first. All right, and then let's just straight up morph the rest to 0. And then see what that sounds like. All right, let's get that first one out again. I don't know what it is about that last update. All right. And this one. And let's just toss in, let's just go in here and randomly, let's just kind of randomly grab like maybe this one. We're going to put and this one. And this one. Let's go back in here and add just a touch here. All right, and now let's just morph all of those. Yeah, a little harmonic whine in there. I like that. All right, and mix these together here. Yeah, they'll sound pretty good. Let's go down on this one. Down on this one. Iced coffee and ice cream, man. A robot fry maker for a while. Oh, like as in like a Android type thing, or was it just like a big rectangle thing that just moved things? Slides and servos. That's interesting. Yeah, we've gone off the rails here, Paul. Welcome back. That is like servo heaven, man. Sed's back. Hey, dude. Says, I'm watching on the mobile app and listening on Bluetooth headphones, so I'm literally walking around the house and enjoying the sound design. That's awesome. Ooh, I have a Silhouette paper cutter here that makes weird sounds when the blade goes through the paper and servos got bogged down. I should sample that. Yes, yes, yes. Javar, absolutely. Then figure out how to make cut patterns that make music. Yes, dude. Yes, that's awesome. Paul says, I was jamming with an online stream the other night, made some presets, but where did I put them? Oh, no. All right, let's see what kind of weirdness we can get up here. Ooh, yeah, now that's some weird orbiness there. All right, let's send these out. I like the beat there. All right, so this one, since we just walked into this, Humano, thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Thanks for being here. I'm going to just kind of play this LFO here. And then, actually, let's do the detune first. Let's do detune first. Let's play with this a bit. Let's put this on the slow. And then this will scan through And this, we'll scan through here. Let's do this on dotted so we can get to like a sixth or something, 6 bar. All right, and let's give this thing a little shape here. It's 2021 and we still don't have a pitch shifter in here. I know. I'm a jerk. I love those natural beats. It's just like a flute trill. All right, let's get paper bags, wind chimes. Let's key track those. Slow them down so people can't really tell. More. And then let's just get, this is on a 6 bar. Let's just put this up like couple ticks here. Dude, in Dremia, I've always got time for you and your toaster sounds. You tell your human controller that they are free to send through files whenever they like. If you even have a human controller. Baltimore. I like that, Crayon Brain. I like that. The lows. Ooh, that pitch bend on that wind chime. Oh, hold on a second. Get back in here. Let's get you up here. That's really nice down there. It's like some creeping, weird ass wind chime action down there. Woo! All right, let's click on this link. I should save this first before I go anywhere. And we'll call this, because I want to come back to it. We'll call this whip Day 1, and this is a clairvoyant. Okay, so all right, so this is new stuff from Andremia. What do toasters dream of? Andremia. I need a boogie a few minutes early today. Got a meeting I need to step into that starts right at 1. So we'll probably get to another patch after this, maybe 2. We'll see. Here we go. Um, digging this, digging this. I've been curious as I've been seeing your stream titles over the last week or so. The toaster stuff. It's nice to dip in and hear this. 100% granular toaster oven. That's fantastic. Digital Mayfly, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us today. All right, Drumia, so here's my feedback for you. I'm loving the toaster concept, by the way. In the intro segment, that drill shot sound, it'd be kind of cool if that ever so slightly had tiny little pitch bends in it every once in a while, just at the very end of it. I think it'd make for a really neat addition to the rhythm for those that are tuning into the little individual parts. Anything to draw attention. You know me, I'm a big fan. Around 30 seconds or so, that drum that sounds like a junkyard metal barrel or something. Um, I'd consider tossing some modulating reverb, excuse me, on that. Not modulating the reverb tail, but just here's a little bit of reverb on this one. Here's a lot less reverb on this one. You know what I mean? Or just going to crank the resonance on the reverb of this hit just because, or whatever. Just every once in a while having a slight variation to it, I think would sound so cool, especially if there was just a touch of detuning in there, which is why I was thinking like the resonance or you know, when you play with a time-based effect and you're actually scrubbing the time parameter in real time in very, 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 very small amounts, you get a really nice, smooth, warped pitch bend effect out of it, which you kind of hear all over the place. And when it's done right, it's just a brilliant thing. So maybe even something like that would work on it. Really digging all the layers, like all popping off at once around the 130 mark. That was a really nice little moment. I feel like in that spot there, you know, for like a good minute or so leading up to 2 minutes, the mids, the mid range frequencies were quite busy. And if you could find just a little bit more separation, and I'm talking maybe just between 2 or 3 of those elements, it'll clear up all of that. I don't think you really have to touch anything else. Panning counts, right? If it's just a matter of panning elements on opposite sides of where they are right now, and it clears it up, then so be it. I'm loving those whining synths with the Foley. It's a really, really nice thing going on there. Around 3:30 or so, I kept hearing, this is a total creative addition. I understand that. It's not from the toaster. It's from the toaster results. I'm totally hearing in my mind's ear you buttering some toast or like scraping a knife on some toast, like as a percussive scrape kind of thing. I think it'd be awesome. Toast washboard. And around 4, dude, it becomes kind of apparent that there's some Ween influence happening here. Love me some Ween. Yeah, and just getting back to the whole drone versus Foley thing that I was talking, like the whiny synths and the Foley or whatever. It's just it starts to hit you after a while. It's got this nice kind of sedating, almost kind of numbing thing going on. It's nice. Right up toward the end here, in the last minute, the little clicks from the toaster I think could come up, and I really like the clockwork effect there. Well, I'm glad you found your way over here, Digital Mayfly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Panning left and right. And remember that that doesn't need to be a static, permanent position, especially when mids are busy and you love what you've got going on, but you're trying to figure out a way to make it all fit and all kind of mix. Sometimes the answer is don't put them all into chairs in that room next to each other because they're always going to have some kind of an issue next to each other, right? Maybe they just need to be moving, and that's totally fine too. Toast scrape. The sounds of making lunch. It could happen. It could totally happen. Yeah, digital may fly. Stick around. We've got lots of cool stuff like that that pops up here. Indremia is kind of the king of taking one specific sound or one specific theme and then running through granular workflows and making a complete track out of it. So we're doing a toilet flush EP. Call it refresh. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Andremia, do you use mods on your modulators? Like, for instance, an auxiliary controlling envelope on your modulation. So you kind of ramp up into an LFO or you move into a new position on your filters instead of just having it there. The reason I ask is because um, sometimes you find these perfect sweet spots um, with some of your sounds, and then when the sound shifts, the magic doesn't always follow it. So I'm kind of wondering if you have some kind of dynamic um, movement um, in your modulator setups, or if that's something that you've ever dabbled in. Because if you haven't, then it is one more way that you can bring just a little bit more movement and interest to stuff over time, just allowing like high frequencies to kind of eke out periodically, or maybe your controlling envelope opens all the way back like up into those upper frequencies, and then it actually kind of comes to rest just below or something, so you only ever get like one little taste of that little moment. Not much into modulations just yet. Hope to get into that this year. Cool. Paul says I'm finding LFOs boring, so now I must put an LFO on my LFO. Yeah, Paul, you would really enjoy the mid-range break that you get in the classroom curriculum of the OhmLab learning ecosystem, because right smack dab in the middle of it are a couple of days called modulators modulating modulators, and it's all about busting away from preconceived notions of like repetitious waveforms controlling modulators and how to just bring every single sound to life, and how hard it is to go back to static positions and predictability after that. Oh man, I think you would really, really dig it. It's so much fun. Laundromat ambience. Yeah, I actually worked. I think it was like a whole EP. Anyway, the all of the songs, all the rhythms, and everything was from one wash cycle. A buddy and I had started a load of laundry while we were jamming, and a shoe had ended up there, compliments of his dog, and it was making a really cool rhythm, and it was like something had gotten stuck in there, and it was making this kind of squeaking sound, and like inspiration hit both of us at the same time, and we ended up making a whole thing out of it. It was quite lovely, actually. Ableton Shaper is LFO-tastic. Nice. Yeah, randomizing the randomizer, but also just kind of getting into a more organic delivery of stuff. And if you can get into the routine of using that approach regularly on pretty much everything you do, even if, I mean, usually it's at a very, very, very subtle level. You can't have mad science time all the time. Um, but the best benefit isn't just bringing the stuff to life. It's discovery. It's like you yourself are discovering little elements that are total surprises to you. Like you didn't realize that that was going to happen, or that you were going to get that effect or whatever, and you just simply would never have gotten there without playing, right? I think modulators modulating modulators is a nice way to keep intention and creativity and discovery kind of an equal balance as you're working, because you don't have to stray too far off the beaten path, right? You can keep fairly laser focus on what you're doing, and still kind of grab these little bits of potential in your sound as you're working on them, right? So like the quicker you even get there in the process of making sounds, the better, I think, right? Yeah, VCV provides, absolutely. Oh, jeez. Guy. That reminds me of when, oh man, there was a barbecue. I was probably, I don't even know. I don't even know. Uh, I'm gonna guess like 30 something. So I'm obviously out of childhood by a bit, and there's this massive barbecue happening on this big property, and we bust out the slip and slides. The younger people busted out the slip and slides, and I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I used to spend all day on slip and slides, and I'm throwing myself at the ground. I'm just thinking, dude, this is so great. I haven't had this much fun in so long. And the next day, I could barely move. I was so it was one of the first times I ever really felt like old or like incapable of doing something that I would do when I was younger. And it kind of dawned on me in that moment that, oh yeah, I guess we're just kind of hurling ourselves at the ground again and again and again with a tiny little piece of plastic in between us. Oh man, I feel you, guy. Good luck to you, dude. I do play with Ableton Shaper on the frequency res sometimes, LFO the reverb. Um, Modulate to give it depth. Yeah, I'm actually talking about modulation controllers. So these would be akin to, um, well, one easy way to start getting into it is to start using auxiliary controllers for your macros and modifiers. So here's an example. Uh, let's say we're going to add some reverb to the sound. And it's easy to put a macro on the mix and say, okay, so there's my reverb control. But that's not dynamic, right? Dynamic would be saying, okay, my decay is going to start here and it's going to elongate drastically as this thing goes up. And also, we need to cut out more of the lows. Or maybe we're going to start with a really skinny sound. And then as we turn it up, we'll actually introduce a little bit more of the lows and cut a bit more of the highs because we're actually just going to cream this out to like a wash by bringing this way up, right? Which means we might actually want to bring our depth up and our spin rate down as that happens. So now as we turn this up, it's super smooth, right? And it's like this growing expansiveness instead of just like, oh, here comes the reverb, right? We added a little bit of that same reverb or a lot of that same reverb, right? Now what you have is a large number of stopping points in here because each one of these is going to be dynamically different than the one position before it, right? So and here, I'll give you a tiny little taste of that pitch bend that I was talking about. Let's put this right on the size. Now listen very carefully. I'm just going to put this at a 2, okay? I'm just going to bring this up. You hear how there was a pitch bend that went down as I was opening that reverb, which makes me want to add just a little bit more of that low, something like that. Kind of adds this somewhat destabilizing effect to it, right? Okay, so that's one way of making that stuff more dynamic. Here's another. Let's say that the um, hmm. Let's say that we're going to bring in just trying to think of a really simple example that would actually be relevant to what you're doing here. Okay, so um, like a delay, for instance. You could untether something from a BPM and move kind of fluidly between states. And if you have an LFO, it's going to follow me here. Oh, that's the feedback. These are the rates. Duh. All right, so let's just say we've got an LFO on the rate here, and we're going to be modulating up and down in like 16th or something like that, right? So this LFO, though, if we go over here, and a lot of synths will have this option here, your LFO is being sent to the destination of time control on the left channel for your delay, and we're going to aux source that, which means that we're going to add a controlling modulator to this, or a controller to that modulation assignment, rather. So I'll just stick this on macro 1. So that means now that that modulation is happening, but it doesn't actually get disclosed until we bring it up with macro 1. And it's going to bring it up in a slow and steady, like linear path, right? So this is now controlling, if you will, the output of LFO 1. So at 0, you get none of that modulation to the delay timing. And then as you move up, you start to have it added. So it's a very small amount of modulation, and then it slowly creeps in. So it sounds like this. Right, and it draws your attention to that delay or that specific function of modulation because there's change over time. It's not just the introduction of modulation, but that the modulation is actually dynamically changing over time, right? So yeah. And MPE does play into this, yeah. You certainly can. Guy, I'm assuming that you're laughing is at me. I just remember waking up the next morning after playing on that freaking slip and slide as an adult. And it was like, I want to say it was like with niece and nephews or something like that. And it was just like, oh man, I am such the cool uncle. Like I am keeping up with everything. I love you too, Mang. Seriously though, like we're on the same level, dude. I feel all of the stuff that you're making. Have from day one. So I think that these tiny little tips, like you have such great workflows and ideas, whether you realize it or not, or like whatever you call them. The output is all that really matters. Little tiny things like this, man. I wish more people shared little bits like this, because we'd have a lot more creative endeavors like what you're doing. One more shameless plug. If bored tomorrow, stop by. Paul's got something. Paul, what's that link? Is that you? All right, maybe I'll knock out one more before I go. Ooh, first live stream to YouTube? Yeah, dude. Brute force of patience journey. Oh man, I love it. All right, let's do one. It's got to be super quick. It's got to be super quick. Let's do one more. Let's just do one more. Let's say, I never use the default stuff. Let's do something. Let's do something with default sounds here. Let's do a morph crossfade on this just to make it a little smoother. And let's do a all right, so let's do the spectral on this one. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's get these things moving. And let's move this one into a dot and get it into something a little more quick. And let's get maybe like a quantize here and get a little digi out of this. Get that kind of bit crush shine out of it. All right, now this. Let's do a quick one on this, some kind of shine. Yeah, digital may fly. You know, Logic can do most of what you want it to. Just got to dig around a little bit sometimes. It's still one of the very best ever. Okay, so let's get a long form mod on this one. Let's go like a 3-bar. I'll sound nice down around 60 BPM or so. All right, and let's just take this one and we'll put this into bipolar and just make it kind of range a bit. Set this on like an 8-bar. Julianne Wolf, thank you so much for hanging. This one will probably work into something. All right, let's give this thing a name, and then I got a boogie and step into some a meeting and then a little jam session with Zev. And don't go anywhere. We'll find somewhere for you guys to get dropped off here in a raid in just a bit. I'm just going to name this. And this one also is going to have to be come back to. So this is day 1, and this was a bottle and cello, sort of. Sure. All right. Quick reminder for those who are currently subbed, you can run over and grab your free sound pack of the month from the Discord. Just hit Discord, pull up the link here for you. It should pop up there for you anyway. I don't know why it's not. There it is. Oh, good. Well, thanks for coming on over from Will's channel. I'm going to go make music with him later today. And where was I? Oh, yeah, free sounds for subscribers. So if you're making music or you just want to play with sounds, there's a pack of found sounds. If you want to go grab those for free as a subscriber, you can send back at the end of the month whatever you are inspired to make with it. Music, beats, trailers, scene rescores from movies, television shows, or games or whatever. And we're all going to vote at the end of this month, and we're going to pick one lucky person to be a guest on the show. Everyone else is going to get some fun stuff to play with. We'll do this every single month. So, yeah, look at that, Zev. You're bringing people over here, I'm bringing people over there. All right, let's see who's on right now. And let's see here. Actually, I'm not seeing a whole bunch of people. Switch over to the browser really quick. Yeah, there's not a lot of people on today. Unless you guys want to go watch some art being made, like some anime art, which is always fun. Yeah, Paul, we will. We'll do like a little listening party on Friday. We'll listen to what people are turning in. If people aren't turning in a bunch of stuff, then we'll just go crazy and we'll make some stuff, and we'll pick out what's going to be free for the next month and figure out what worked and what didn't work about our super loose first month of this, and keep what we like, ditch what we didn't like, and move on to the next. Will, yes, I will see you in a bit. And since no one's really on right now, I'll just leave you guys with some tunes, and I'll catch you all on the flip. Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific to 1 p.m. Pacific. I do appreciate every single one of you for hanging out with me, as always. And I wish you the best, and hope you keep your inspiration intact through the week. Don't let the germs get you down. I'll see you on the flip. Peace out, y'all. Thanks for being here.